So today we will be focusing on the next tutorial, which is in regards to isometric drawing. Okay, so this is the tutorial, the third tutorial. I hope that you have already gone through the two videos that I have uploaded regarding isometric concepts. So let us complete this tutorial today. So for completing this tutorial today, let us see the dimensions of the drawing first. So as you can see that the dimensions of the drawing are 20 plus 80 plus 20, and here we have got 50, and the diameter of this particular circle is how much? It's 80, therefore this distance is 40. So 50 plus 40, it's 90. So same side, what we will do, let us open the start drawing option. This will open the new drawing. So we will set the limits to, so the lower left corner will be 0, 0, so 0 tab 0 or 0, 0, whatever you say. Click on enter, and I will set this limit to 200, 200. Okay, click on enter. Then we will zoom all, therefore Z enter, A enter. So the limits has already been set to the screen. Okay, so for converting this plane into the isometric plane, we use the command snap style. Okay, so snap style, I hope you already know about this. So snap style, click on enter, then the default value is 0. We will set the value to 1, okay, which will change it to the ISO plane. So click on enter, then as you can see the ISO plane has come and appeared here. Okay, so when you see this drawing, let us first try to construct the top face of this portion. This is how much distance? This is 80 distance, as you can see here, and this distance is 120. Okay, so what we will do, we will change the ISO plane to ISO top first. Okay, so as you already know that we will click on F5 in case of those who are having computers and those who are having laptops and the hotkeys are enabled in the laptops. So we will click on function and then F5. Okay, so now as you can see the ISO top is the plane that we have selected. Okay, so I'll select this line command, select any arbitrary point here, and as you can see I have to keep the ortho on, so I will keep this ortho on. Okay, so this distance is how much? This is 120, enter, and this distance is 80, right, enter, and we will drag this point here, drag this point, and we will join it here. Okay, so that will complete the top face of our drawing. So this is the basic structure. As you can see, this 120, this is 80. Okay, so what we will do, we will next construct the right face of our drawing, which is this particular portion. Okay, so as you can see this is 50 distance, so we will use the line command and we will change the ISO plane to ISO right. As you can see this is ISO plane right, so I will select this line command and I will click on this point and I will give a distance of 50. Okay, 50, enter, then we will drag this point and we will click on here and we will join it here, right click, enter. Okay, I'll pan it a little bit so that it will be easily visible, zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this is the portion, this is the portion, this is 50 and this is 80, right? Now what we will do, we will construct this half circle or the part of the circle that is visible here. Now this is an important thing that you have to notice here, is that when you are using or in constructing any circular portion, then do not go and click on this circle option. Instead what we will do, we will have to go to this ellipse option and we will select this axis end option. Click on axis end, and as you can see once you click on axis end, there is an option coming arc, center and ISO circle. So I will click on ISO circle here, and then it is asking me to specify the center of the ISO circle. So the center of the ISO circle will be at the midpoint of this line, and we will give this distance to be, this is half of 80, that means 40 distance. You can simply give 40 or you can simply drag this point and click on this point. Okay, so this is the construction of the circle. Now we don't want these parts, this part of the circle, so as you know we have to trim, we have to use the trim option. So TR, enter, and we will trim the unwanted parts. So this is the unwanted part. Okay, now again I will see, we can see that there is a small circular hole here which is of distance, which is of diameter 32. So again I will go to which option? Again ellipse option, because whenever you draw a circle in ISO plane it will look like an ellipse, therefore I will have to select the ellipse option, preferably the axis end option, and click on ISO circle, then drag the center point here, and how much is the diameter? It's 32, therefore the radius will be 60, so its radius will be 60. enter. So as you can see, we have drawn this circular portion also. Okay, now we don't want this line because this is not visible here. These are the center lines. Later on you can actually keep it, or you can keep it here also, not a matter. So now what we will do, we will use the copy option and we will select this arc and this line and click on enter and select the base point somewhere here. Okay, and as you can see, now when you're copying it, it is copied on the top, so we have to move it along the this side. Okay, this particular side. So for that I have to change the ISO plane to ISO left. As you can see here, I have changed it to ISO left. So I'm changing it to ISO left. And how much is the distance from the base point? The distance is how much? This much distance. This much distance is 20. So I will give a distance of 20. Okay, so right click, enter. So as you can see that I have already drawn this circle, this portion of the object. Okay, but we will also have to copy this circle also. So I will select this and select on copy. Okay, base point I will select it here and give the distances again 20. Okay, right click, enter. So as you can see that we have drawn these portions. Now what I can do is I can trim the unwanted portions here. So TR, enter, enter. So I will select these portions. Okay, so I'll select these portions, this portion also, this portion. These are not visible, so we are deleting these portions. Again we are deleting this portion also. This will be visible. As you can see in the diagram, you will have an idea why it will be visible. Okay, so here we will keep this portion, or else if you can trim this line also, not an issue, you can trim it at any point. Select this and click on delete. Okay, now we have to join these two portions of the circle because this is a single object, as you can see here. So for this I will again select the line command and I will track the quadrant. Where is the quadrant? This is the quadrant. So I'll select this portion and I will select the other quadrant on the circular portions. So click on this, right click, enter. Okay, then we will again click on trim, TR, enter, enter, and again we will trim this portion. So as you can see, this portion of the object has already been created. Okay, so again what we can do here for the other side of the portion, you can see these are of same dimensions. So we will do one thing, we'll use the copy command again. I will select this, I will select this portion. Okay, I will select this portion, I will select this portion, I will select this portion, again I will select this, enter, and I will select these portions and bring it down. How much distance? So the base point, it will move this much distance. So this is 20, that means 120 minus 20, that means 100. This distance is 100 distance. Okay, so I'll give this a distance of 100. So as you can see that I have already created this portion, and one minute thing, as you can see here that there is a line, a circular portion available here. So for this we will again select the copy option, select the circle, click on enter, and from this as the center point we will move it at a distance of 20, enter. Okay, right click, enter. As you can see, we have already completed this portion. Okay, so TR, enter, enter. We will trim the unwanted parts, so this has to be kept aside. Okay, these portions we don't require, these portions also. Zoom in a little bit, we will have to delete these portions also. So I think the base of your object has already been created, right? I don't think you have an issue here. So I think I have missed something here. There is a depth here of 15. So what we can do is we will select the copy option, select this line, click on enter, select this as the base point, bring it down. How much distance? 20 distance. Okay, is it 20 or 15? Okay, so I will give this as 15, enter. So that is how the portion will be created. Now trim option, TR, enter, enter. We will select the unwanted parts. These are the unwanted parts available. So these unwanted parts we don't want, we will trim these portions as well. Okay, so this has also to be deleted, this has also to be deleted, right? So that is the structure actually. Click on this axis end, click on ISO circle, track the center point from here. So track the center point, from here. This is simply tracking the center point. So I'm clicking it here. As you can see that the circle that is formed is a little bit different. That means we have to change the ISO plane. So function F5, as you can see, it's now on the top plane. So top plane radius you have to give, radius will be 40. You can simply give 40, or you can simply drag this point and click on this point, right? So this is the base. As you can see that we have got another circle here this is having how much diameter? This is having a diameter of 60, right? So we will again go to this axis end option, iso circle, track the center point of this circle, and this is 30, right? Because it's 60 as the diameter, therefore the radius is 30, right? Okay, so that is 30 diameter, 30 radius, sorry. And we have got a small circle here which is of diameter 30. That means we will go to this right click, repeat ellipse option, track the center point here. So it's let us bring it from here, axis end, iso circle, okay, track the center point, and this is how much? This is radius 15, so radius 15, enter. Okay, so we have already created the base. So the next thing is we have to offset it, or we can copy it at a distance of 20, right? So we'll copy it at a distance of 20, all the circles except the smaller circle, right? So we will use the copy option. We will select this object, and we will also select this object and click on enter and drag the center point. I mean, this is the base point, suppose, and we have to bring it up. Now for that we have to change the ISO plane, so function F5. So as you can see, we are bringing it up. At how much distance? The distance is, this depth is 20, that means the distance here will be 20, enter. Okay, so right click, enter. Okay, so using the line command we will join this. So this is one quadrant, this is another quadrant of the circle. Okay, right click, enter. Again select the line command. On this side also we will select the quadrant point here. We will again select the quadrant point at this portion. Right click, enter. Nice. So we will trim the unwanted portions. TR, enter. Then first view the object and see that which are the unwanted parts. So we don't want this portion, we don't want this portion, right? Again, we don't want this portion, we don't want this portion, we also don't want this portion. This has to be deleted, this has to be deleted. Again, we don't want this portion also, this has to be deleted, this has to be deleted. All of these parts, I hope this needs to be deleted. Okay, so these portions, this has to be deleted, right? Let's take there is an portion here, there is a small portion here, so 3 line. This is the object which you want to delete. I think the smaller circle here, and this is the inner circle. Okay, so where is the inner circle? This is the inner circle, so we need to delete these portions. Okay, so we will select this and click on delete. We will select the trim option here, enter, and we will delete this portion. We also want to delete these portions, right? I hope the object is now created. Now the dimensioning part, I hope you can do it, because I have already explained the dimensioning in the previous tutorial, so I'll not go into the dimensioning part. Hope you have understood how to complete this tutorial and how to use the concept of circle. Remember, in ISO plane we need to use the ellipse option, and then we have to select the axis end option, and then again we have to select the ISO circle in order to complete a circle in an ISO plane. Okay, so thank you for today. Thanks for joining.